Right, disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, if anything, this is entertaining. This is SP Doctrine On Trial, basically. And in the beginning, Jerry Armstrong addresses Marty Rathburn, and I don't know what else. I didn't listen to all of it. But what I wanted to cover here is the policy that covers declaring other people suppressive persons, which apparently was on trial, but for some strange reason, the United States government and other officials found that that was somehow constitutional. So anyways, I'm just going to cover a little bit of it, and then I'll put the link in the description box. Get ready for your barf bag, because it is L. Ron Hubbard babbling as usual.
Fails to demonstrate guilt of suppressive acts.
Our committee may hear any civil or criminal matter or dispute within the realm of Scientology, whether the parties are connected with an organization or not. Libel, estranging marital partners, dismissals, debt, theft, mayhem, violations of codes, deprivation of income, or any dispute or harmful improper action of any kind may be heard.
And
Imagine right here, LRH, the degenerate, flunked military, pot-belly, black tooth, balding, paranoid loser, is superseding all laws in all these various countries that he's in. And everybody was just, oh, that's no problem, right? Superseding the Constitution, superseding the United States laws, superseding other various countries' laws. And, oh no, that's not against the law. Creating your own internal, isolated, standalone country within a country is just completely constitutional, huh?
quote, Mr. Hubbard did not, however, issue a list of commevable offenses except for these general examples until 1965. In his policy letter dated March 7, 1965, Offenses and Penalties, he wrote, quote,
These are the penalties that we have always had, more or less, and these are the offenses which have usually been considered offenses in Scientology. Formerly, they were never written down or routinely enforced. Accordingly, this code of offenses and their penalties becomes firm and express policy. Lack of specified offenses, penalties, and recourse brings everyone to uncertainty and risk at the whim of those in command. There are 4 general classes of crimes and offenses in Scientology. These are errors, misdemeanors, crimes, and high crimes.
End quote.
Who does that remind you guys of? You can't doubt Agent me. You can't doubt Agent me. Anyways, let's listen to a little more of this.
Same policy letter, Mr. Hubbard wrote about crimes, quote,
These cover offenses normally considered criminal.
end quote. He then provided a lengthy list of offenses which are treated in Scientology as crimes. He wrote about high crimes, quote,
These are covered in HCO policy letters, March 7, 1965, issues 1 and 2, and consist of publicly departing Scientology or committing suppressive acts.
end quote. After publication of his Offenses and Penalties Code and High Crimes Code, by March 7, 1965, charges on Committee of Evidence bills of particular came verbatim from these lists. The quote, correction of a declaration or assignment of the condition of suppressive person requires that a declared SP make a public announcement that actions attempted to suppress or attack Scientology were ignorant and unfounded. Correction does not require that a declared SP make a public announcement denouncing actions attempted to suppress or attack groups other than Scientology or people other than Scientologists.
Groups other than Scientologists. Groups other than Scientology. Who does it sound like? You can't dead agent me. You can't dead agent me.
Correction is Scientology specific. Additionally, I have not found where the psychiatric or psychological declaration or assignment of the condition of sociopath, psychopath, or antisocial personality can be corrected by the sociopath, psychopath, or antisocial personality making a public announcement that actions attempted to suppress or attack Scientology were ignorant or unfounded. This would only be workable if the world's sociopaths, psychopaths, or antisocial personalities only attacked Scientology, and Scientology was the only concept or entity on which attempted suppression or attack was ignorant and unfounded.
Anyways, you guys, I find this really interesting. I'm not going to go through the entire video here. I'm going to listen to this later and see if I find any more gems, and maybe I'll make another video, but definitely worth a listen. You can skip all the, usual infighting between Rathburn and Armstrong, and I know Armstrong and Rinder were at odds for years. But anyways, to get to the point, I like that Jerry Armstrong made a statement on the policies and also included verbatim what Hubbard, the felon, black-toothed, pot-belly, failed military loser, thinks that it's okay to kiss a 7-year-old little girl and she should not resist. Pig. Despicable loser scumbag. Wannabe guru. So that's it. I'll leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Peace.